I just cloned an app that's making $10,000 per month, and I didn't write a single line of code. The billion-dollar tech industry doesn't want you to know the secret, because in 2025, AI can do all the heavy lifting for you while you collect the profits. Let me show you exactly how I replicated a successful expense tracking app using just one AI tool, and how you can do the same this weekend. 3 months ago, I was scrolling through the App Store when I noticed something interesting. A simple expense tracking app with thousands of downloads. I checked their pricing model and did some quick math. The app was easily generating 10K monthly. The crazy part? The functionality wasn't complicated at all. So I decided to test something. Could I build an identical app without any coding knowledge? Most people would say that's impossible, but they don't know about this one AI tool that's changing everything. Within 24 hours, I had a fully functional clone with every feature: receipt scanning, expense categorization, and even Stripe payment processing to make money right away. What I'm about to show you isn't just a tutorial, it's a complete blueprint for creating profitable apps in 2025 without writing a single line of code. The barrier to entry for app development has completely collapsed and almost nobody is talking about it. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to build your own money-making app this weekend. Before building anything, it's important to start with clarity. If the goal isn't clearly laid out, the agent won't know what to build. That's why the very first step is writing a prompt that communicates everything: the purpose of the app, who it's for, and what features it should have. Think of this part as setting the foundation. A well-written prompt saves time, avoids confusion, and gives the Replit agent all the context it needs to generate a proper starting point. In this case, the app we're building is called Smart Receipts. It's a mobile and web-based application that helps individuals and businesses manage receipts, track expenses, and generate financial reports. To begin, we will type, "Help me develop a mobile and web-based application called Smart Receipts." This app will simplify receipt management, expense tracking, and financial reporting for individuals and businesses. The app will feature OCR for receipt scanning, automated expense categorization, tax preparation tools, and financial reporting. Stripe integration will also be implemented for premium features. Along with that prompt, we include the feature details. Smart Receipt will have a landing page that highlights all app features. It will allow users to scan receipts using their camera, use OCR for automatic text recognition, manually enter receipts, and import digital versions. Expense tracking will include automatic categorization, support for custom categories, multiple tag options, and category-based filtering. Users will be able to track monthly or weekly spending, create and monitor budgets, analyze spending trends, and compare income to expenses. The app will also help with tax preparation. Users will tag tax-related expenses, track deductible items, generate year-end reports, and export those reports for filing. For business users, the app will support client and project tagging, distinguish billable from non-billable expenses, track reimbursements, and separate personal from business records. Reporting tools will allow users to generate customizable reports with visual charts and export data in formats like PDF, CSV, and Excel. Receipt organization will include search, filter by vendor, data or amount, tagging, and archiving options. Vendor profiles will track spending history and detect recurring charges. Stripe will handle integration for premium features. Before continuing, let's select PostgreSQL for the database, as well as advanced OCR with field level detection. And then let's enable machine learning to support automatic categorization. After the Replit agent builds the initial prototype, the new bar in the header looks misaligned. We will continue by prompting the agent to fix the buttons in the header and align them properly. Along with that, we will ask for the necessary page contents to be added when users click on dashboards, receipts, reports, and taxes. On the main page, there's also a Learn More button, so we will include a request for content to be added when that button is clicked as well. Once Stripe is connected, we will confirm that the navigation bar is now properly aligned. At this point, we want the pages to feel more polished and interactive, so we type, add the necessary page contents for each buttons in the header, add the contents when end users click on dashboard, receipts, etc. Also, add a seamless transitioning effect when user clicks on buttons that redirects users to other pages. Add an animated splash screen displaying the name of the app, and also create minimalist yet professional looking logo designs along with it. Apply these changes now. We will continue by adding a new receipt, and there you go. Input saved successfully as well. After that, we will go back to the login and account sections. To improve the interface, we're gonna ask the agent to implement a full account settings page with typical UI components, like options to manage email, username, and password. Right now, the updated account settings page appears with all the expected elements in place. Next, let's move to the scan receipt page. The take photo button is not clearly visible. We will ask the agent to improve the button's visibility by updating its colors, specifically by using a solid black background and solid white text. Once the update is applied, the button stands out clearly on the interface. At this point, all the requested updates are implemented and tested. The receipt scanning functionality is also now ready for further testing in the next steps. With the layout in place, the login and navigation flowing properly, and the receipt saving functionality working, the foundation is solid, but structure is just the beginning. Now, it's time to focus on making the app actually work. The buttons in the interface are now clearly visible and easy to read. From here, I will begin exploring the scan receipt page. I'm able to upload images, but when I click the take photo button, the camera does not show up in the interface, and the camera on my device does not activate. To fix this, we have to prompt the agent to apply the necessary changes and fix the camera integration so the camera displays properly in their interface. The camera still isn't appearing, so I follow up with another prompt to address the delay in loading. I explain that the camera takes too long to display, and that I want the camera to appear almost instantly once the user selects that option. After the update, the loading time improves. However, there are no buttons in the camera interface to actually capture a photo. Let's prompt again and ask the agent to apply a capture button that lets users scan receipts directly using the camera. Now I'm able to access the camera feature, and the capture button is present. After testing it, I was able to capture the photo of a piece of paper I was holding up. The next step is to save the receipt, but when I try clicking the Save Receipt button, nothing happens. I'm gonna tell the AI agent again to fix the Save Receipt button and also ask it to improve its visibility by adding a solid black background with white text. This time, the receipt is saved and stored in the receipt page. Let's check the saved entry, and we can see here that although the receipt is stored, it's listed under unknown vendor, even though we entered a vendor name during submission. I will prompt the agent again to fix the issue so the vendor name is saved and displayed correctly. We're gonna test the feature again by adding a new receipt, and now the vendor name displays properly. However, whenever I view the details of the saved receipt, the image itself is missing. Most of the receipts have been tested are uploaded images, so let's ask the agent to fix this by ensuring that the receipt image appears in the interface along with the other details. I will also point out that the vendor name still occasionally shows as unknown vendor when I click view, and then ask the agent to address both of these issues. Now we can test the app again after the changes. Here, the receipt image now appears when viewing saved receipts, and vendor names are displayed as expected. Now that the scan receipt flow is working, let's start checking the dashboard. On a dashboard, it is noticeable here that the total expenses, tax-deductible expenses, and business expenses are not updating based on the receipts I saved. I'm gonna tell the agent to fix this by integrating the data collected from saved receipts into the dashboard's total calculations. After this, of course, we need to test the functionality again. The totals are now reflecting correctly based on the receipts. Now we're gonna explore the reports page. The layout looks good and the generate report button works as expected. However, the export PDF and download CSV buttons don't seem to do anything. Again, we have to tell the agent to fix this by making both of those buttons functional so users can export data from each report tab. The drop-down button works correctly, so no changes are needed there. I will rerun the app and test the export functions again. Now, I'm able to download both PDF and CSV files with detailed breakdowns of the graphs and report data. I made some adjustments using the filtering options located at the bottom of the page, and the changes are successfully integrated in the dashboard. Next, I'm gonna move to the taxes page. The tax-deductible expenses appear correctly based on the saved receipts tied to the current user session. I reviewed the breakdown of expenses under both the reports and taxes sections to confirm that the data reflects properly across pages. There are two important buttons on this page: Export for tax filing and Generate selected reports. I will ask the agent to implement the necessary functionality for both. After testing, I can see that the Export for tax filing button works and generates a downloadable CSV file as expected. However, the Generate selected reports button fails to produce a PDF and displays this error. What we can do here is copy the error and send another prompt to the agent to fix the issue. After the update, we have to test the functionality again, and at this point, all features under the taxes page are working as intended. A CSV export is functional, the reports are generated correctly, and the PDF generation issue is resolved. Now I head back to the main landing page to check the pricing section. I noticed that the Pro subscription button is invisible, so I also take a look at the billing tab under account settings to see if the issue appears there as well. There's a button labeled Upgrade to Pro, but it doesn't redirect anywhere. Let's prompt the agent to fix this by making the Pro subscription button visible on the landing page and ensuring that the Upgrade to Pro button under billing redirects users to the pricing page. This change is mainly for UI and UX improvements on the landing page. After applying the prompt, I'm gonna check the landing page again. The Pro Plan button is still not visible, so I prompt once more. This time, I also ask if the following components have already been implemented. Business expense management features, including project and client assignment, billable versus non-billable tracking, reimbursement tracking, and separation of business and personal expenses. Receipt organization features like search functionality, filtering by date, vendor, or amount, a tagging system, and archive functionality. And vendor management tools including vendor profiles, spending history by vendor, and recurring expense detection. If these components are not yet implemented, we have to ask the agent to add the necessary UI and functionality for each. I also note that the filtering under the receipts page is working, but the search function is not. I will now ask the agent to fix this as well and address all remaining issues mentioned. After the prompt is submitted, the app reflects all necessary components. The vendors page is now visible and fetches vendor information from saved receipts correctly. No further issues are detected. At this point, the rest of the prompts we have entered are mainly for rerunning the app and making minor UI adjustments to improve the overall aesthetics. And there it is! A full-featured expense tracking app built without writing a single line of code. Just like the 10K per month app I found in the App Store, but faster, smarter, and powered entirely by AI. If you found this walkthrough helpful, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more builds like this, and leave a comment if you're planning to launch your own AI-powered app. I'll see you in the next one.